Hi there. So, in my last video, I showed you how to install Musescore and the Musescore Drumline sounds. Now I'm going to show you guys how to write for the snare drum, a couple of basics for the program. So, this is the Start Center. This should be the first thing that you see when you first fire up the program. Let's just go to Create New Score. It already has my name and composer. For title, let's go with Snare Cadence. Let's not worry about any of that other stuff. So here we have some templates, and you can just use these at the beginning. But let's skip this for right now. I'm going to go continue, and now we can actually just choose whatever instruments we want to put in there. So I already have this on marching band. You might need to go from common to marching band. That's probably what shows up first. And then on percussion marching, you'll see MDL snare line and MDL snare line A. Let's have both of those. Okay, so these are the instruments that are going to be in the program. And continue. We do not need a key signature. Continue. And here we go. Time signature is going to be 4/4. And let's not have a pickup measure. You can always add more measures later on, so don't worry about that number too much. And then tempo, I'll just leave it at 120 BPM. I might change it later. You can always change these things. Okay, done. Good. All right. So you'll see that we have MDL snare line. This is a 5-line staff instrument. And MDL snare line A, this is a single line instrument. I like the single line better. So I'm just going to get rid of that. So just so you can see, actually, these are the same instrument. Right? Then I'm going to go down here. Exactly the same sounds, just a different staff system. Let's go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to go to Edit, Instruments. So I just have remove my snare line A. Okay? And then you're going to see that the text is gone, but that's okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so inputting rhythms, okay? It's the most important thing. It's going to be our foundation. Up here at the top, you see that this N, I can toggle this. That's just going to be my note input mode. So I can toggle that by clicking it, or I can just hit N on the keyboard. That'll toggle that. And then while that's highlighted, you can see that this is highlighted over here as well. Okay, so quarter notes are set. And then down here, this is basically my drum set or my palette, my key, if you will, for writing for the instrument. Okay, and if you hold your cursor over each of these, it'll tell you what they are. Okay, so we have stick shot here. And then there's also shortcuts. So ping shot is set to C. The rim is set to E. The rim shot is set to B. And our hits, which we're going to be using mostly, are set to A. Okay, so let's get a bar of 16th notes going in here. So I can take my mouse up and I can head over to 16th notes. A shortcut you can use are actually the numbers. Okay, so if I just hit 1, it'll highlight these 64th. If I hit 2, 32nd. If I hit 3, it'll highlight 16th notes. Okay, so I'll just hit 3 and then I'll hit A. Good, all right. Let's have an 8th note release. Okay. Let's start this over on the left. This is my palette. Let's start this at piano. So I'll go to Dynamics. Where are you? Dynamics. There you are. And I'll start at piano. Very easy. And then I want this to crescendo the whole bar. So to highlight, I just click on my first note, then I hold down Shift, and then I click on my last note. That'll highlight it. And then this will make a really clean crescendo, which is under lines. And I'll just click this crescendo hairpin. Boom. That'll go all the way through the bar. And then let's have it release at forte. So back to dynamics and forte. Very nice. Okay. I want these all to be double, so I'm going to make this a roll, like okay. Let's highlight all of these, and let's go to Tremolo. So Tremolo is right here. This is almost alphabetical order, not actually. So forget I said that. It's not. Okay. So I highlighted it all. I added a single dash. If you don't know, that just makes these double speed. Okay. So the dashes, those are doubles. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Okay. And that's what I want. Let's hear what that sounds like. Cool. Nice. All right. Let's move on from here. Okay. Let's get a couple more skills set up. So let's go 16ths. Let's get a little rhythm going. Let's do something like that. So that and that. Oops, it is. 16ths. Oh, let's make that move. Yeah, it's really nice actually how it works. If you make a mistake, it's really easy to fix it. Okay, so we got okay. Let's make it a little more interesting. Let's add some accents. So I got accents over here and accidentals. Nope, not accidentals. Articulations. I'm on it. All right. So if I click that, that's my accent. I can click that, or I can highlight the note that I want to be an accent, and I can just hit Shift V. Okay, that's my shortcut. And let's put a kick here on the and. Boom. Let's make it all accent at the end. Okay. Okay, so what I just did is I like to have my articulations up top. So if I hit X, that'll toggle if they are up or down. Another thing I could do, this is a faster way to do it, is I do a right click, and then I go to select, and then I select all similar elements. And that should select only those. And then I can go over to the right where I have my inspector. Okay. If this isn't here, I'll exit out of here. If that's not there, you just go up to View, and you go to Inspector, and it'll pop up. So I want my articulation to be above the chord. Boom, they're all up there. Very nice. Okay, so next, it's logical to have a sticking. Okay, so I'm going to add text. Let's go to sticking. And some people will do all capital letters. I'm just going to do that to make it easy. Some people will also use lowercase letters to designate, like if something is a tap or an accent. But let's just use all capital letters. All right. Another thing I can do is I can add, let's add like a flam in here. So I'll select this note, and I'll head over to Grace Notes, and there's my flam. See what that sounds like? Let's have a little release in there just for solidarity. Okay, so once again, just Shift V for the accent, and then X to make it flip back up, and then select, add text, sticking. It's a whole lot of stuff to do, but you need a lot of information for drumline parts. You want all the players to be able to play it exactly the same way, so you need a lot of detail. Okay, so now that we've gotten this far, we can think of this like a little introduction. Let's put a rock beat in here, okay? So you can have some like cymbals and stuff in here, but let's just have our rim as like kind of like our hi-hat chick sound. So that's going to be E. So if you remember, I can just select, hit N to toggle on my rhythm, and then let's hit 4 to get my eighth notes going. Okay, and then I just look down here and I know that E is my rims. Okay, and then I can add snare drum notes. I'll do that on 2 and 4, and I can just select where I want it, and then I just hit Shift A. Okay, and then I can also repeat it. So I'll just select it like I did before, clicking the first and last note with Shift, and then I'll just Command C, copy, and Command V, paste. Okay. Let's put a little something at the end there. Check it out. Check it out. Nice. And let's make this mezzo forte, just to kind of change it up. Dynamics. There we go. Okay, and then we can repeat it. Let's change it up a little bit at the end there. Eight, 16ths. That's cool. All right. So you might see this happen. This just happened to me. So I'm adding these accents. You'll see that the accents got a little displaced. Okay. That's just the program having a measure length automation problem. So what I need to do is I need to select it. And then I go to measure properties. I'm just going to go to layout stretch, and I'm going to make it bigger. And that'll solve that little stacking problem. Okay. Once again, that's just the way the program works. Measure size or measure length automation. Sometimes when there's all this like vertical information, it has to get stacked up, so you have to make the measure longer manually. Okay. Also, I can add a sticking to this rock beat. So let's go add text sticking. Let's go, I'll do lowercase letters for this part, right, and then let's do both for the snare and rim hits. Right. Unfortunately, stickings do not copy and paste over, so you do need to put all these in manually. Okay, I think that's actually a good place for us to stop on this video. I am a snare drummer, so a lot of these concepts come pretty natural to me. So if you do not understand these concepts, if you're not a snare drummer, I recommend doing a little bit of research before starting to write for the instrument. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching, and have some fun writing some cadences.